Good evening, and welcome back to another episode of Raw Crypto Talks Thursdays, where we like to get into crypto, right? We speculate about what's going on. We talk about some of the easiest ways to get into crypto, and we try to stay relevant. And hey, by the way, we're just some dudes looking at factual information on the internet, which means do your research, right? So, and by research, we are coming out of CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, two of the two biggest aggregators to track cryptocurrency data. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a good night. Today we got the creator, Mad Sun Blue himself. What's good with you?
Good, what's good, Beardo?
Oh,
Just here listening to some information, absorbing.
Word up, man. Word up. I feel like it's been a good day of absorption, I guess, into the wrong direction. But you know what? Hey, bears gotta have their day, man. Remember those market animals, right? You got a bull market, you got a bear market. Bears gotta have their day. We ain't gonna mention the gorillas and the crabs right now. We'll eventually come back to them. So one of the other things we like to do is we like to take a look at some of the trading view, right? Some of the candlestick patterns. That way we can determine which direction some of this may or may not go in, right? So we ain't trying to tell the future. All we're trying to do is form some type of hypothesis based off of the instruments we have. Nothing wrong with that.
Make some educated guess. I like that.
Exactly. It's the difference between assumptions and, assumptions is kind of educated guesses, but assumptions work in some cases, not most cases. So people are like, we can assume that. I'm like, all right. So the global cryptocurrency market cap today is 2.17 trillion. We are down 2.1% in the last 24 hours, right? So Bitcoin is down 2.3% for the day. They are also down 9.2% for the week, right? And the reason why we like to go over the top 10 is because that's where a majority of value that you have in cryptocurrency resides in. What I mean by that is, let's just talk about Bitcoin by itself, right? Bitcoin is a third of the whole entire marketplace. So if all roads lead to Bitcoin, right? Whenever you want to trade something inside of a centralized marketplace, most times you can trade it with Bitcoin or USDT. That liquidity holds hard. Not only that, Bitcoin's a giant natural well, which, you're going to follow the well. You want to make money, you follow the well. It's simple. That's just one way, but don't forget, do your research. Number 2, we got Ethereum. Ethereum is down almost 5% for the day, and they're down 9% for the week. You see how those numbers kind of look very similar? That right there shows you that the other tokens are tied to Bitcoin in some way or fashion, right? And then if they're not tied directly to Bitcoin, they're tied to something that's tied to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's going to make a 9% dip, hey, most things going to follow suit. But works in both directions. That's the good part, right? Doesn't work that way with all tokens, but hey, tokens that are actually providing some type of infrastructure to our cryptocurrency metaverse, if you will, now, then hey, there's going to be room for you. So number 3, Binance Coin. Man, we were just talking about Binance Coin, man. Like, ironically enough, Binance Coin is number 3. Right? Although it's number 3, a majority of the weight of cryptocurrency is on Binance's network still. So even though it ain't the top, it holds most of the value. It's crazy. So
infrastructure.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's a lot easier to move on Binance than it is other places. It's almost like infrastructure with a little bit of convenience sprinkled in. So, speaking of, man, I have a website now that you can just hit one button and then connect new networks to your decentralized wallet. For those who don't know, decentralized wallets are like let's just talk about decentralized real quick, right? You got centralized marketplaces like your Coinbase, your Hotbit, your crypto.coms, your, you know what I'm saying, there places where they're owned by companies. They have a head, a board of directors probably, or just some type of owner or whatever, right? And then you have decentralized. Decentralized is more so like dealing with an ATM or a vending machine. You know what I'm saying? It's automated. You know, once these processes and systems are put in place, the owners of them no longer own the majority of that process. They put it on the blockchain, which means it's automated at that point and verified and audited. You know, so you know, that's the difference between dealing with those two. Now, with the decentralized wallet, you're not tied and limited by that marketplace, right? Training wheels are off, yeah, but you're not tied down anymore, right? So if you hear about a company that's getting ready to come online and they're getting ready to bring a token online and you want to try to get that token early, in some cases you can't get it from those bigger marketplaces because they may not even have it listed. So we ain't gonna go too deep into that though. I feel like I did. That's more so you know, marketplace theory. So, you know, on Thursdays we kind of touch a couple of different things. Yeah, we hit the top 10, but we also look at some of the whys, right? And the reason why I'm even going over is because I was asked some of these questions this week. You know, so it's like, what's the point of this and what's the point of that? You know, so moving forward. Speaking of Tether, number 4, Tether's dollar coin is Tether. Not even a whole lot to talk about when it comes to Tether. There's liquidity that's supposed to hold Tether at $1, and guess what? It holds itself at $1, right? You may see that -2 or -0.2 and -0.6. That is way in the significant digits. I'm talking like the millionths and hundredths, thousandths place, right? Nothing you need to be concerned with unless you're moving hundreds of thousands of dollars between, you know, well, just moving hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, then you would be worried about that, right? Solana, number 5. Solana is down 5% for the day, and they're down 14% for the week. You like Solana, man? Let's take a look at Solana real quick. Just to let's see, who is Solana.
Well, what does Solana mostly operate in? Like, do they have like a little pocket they operate, or just mine their own coin, do their own?
Let's see. Let's speculate a little bit. Okay. Well, so here on crypto, hit me over here. Here on CoinGecko says Solana crypto is a high throughput blockchain based on a proof of history and proof of stake consensus. Built by a team of networking engineers, Solana aims to become the blockchain infrastructure of the modern internet application. Yeah,
very cool.
Right? I mean, they got some different things going on. What can they do? See, Solana is a general purpose blockchain similar to Ethereum. It has a different technical underlying, such as that development writing applications using Rust instead of Solidity or Viper. So Rust, Solidity, and Viper, right? Those are different programming languages for the blockchain, for those who are just curious. You know, for some of the ones who are interested in maybe creating their own dApps. And a dApp is a decentralized application. So what else does it say? End users applications as and now include decentralized finance or DeFi, non-fungible tokens or NFTs, marketplace games, and more. So this is what you would call a competitor of Ethereum. So is you know, interesting things there, to say the least. And that, what were they, number 7?
Yeah, similar to Ethereum.
Oh, number 5. I'm sorry, number 5. So next up, we got USDC. I knew USDC was going to make its way up here. Eventually, I still say USDC is going to end up bumping USDT out the way. So USDC sitting at number 6 is dollar coin, but it is a lighter and more efficient version of dollar coin. I'm a fan of USDC. I feel like a spokesman at this point. Then we have another competitor of Ethereum, Cardano. Right, I'm kind of a gorilla for Cardano because I get Cardano and I just hold it. I just hold it, just hoping that it's actually going to make the moves that they're trying to make. It's a scalable, more cost efficient version of a blockchain. Issue with Cardano is technically it is. I mean, you have to be adept to really just make one of these servers. So it's not the easiest thing to do, but the yield, it's a nice yield. XRP. XRP is neither down nor up today. They're sitting right at 0% for the day, but they are down 7.7 for the week. I just realized, my bad, Cardano is up 2.9% for today, but they're down 6% for the week. I mean, I'm just happy to see a green number in this top 10, man. It seems like all these cryptos are getting black eyes. Luckily, though, the way crypto works, it doesn't work like currency. I guess that's the misnomer there, to call it currency. You treat this more like stocks, makes a little more sense, right? If I have a house and the house is worth $200,000, if the housing market goes down and the next day my house is worth $195,000, and then the housing market goes back up. Well, if the housing market went down, I didn't lose $5,000. I still have a house. Just wait for the housing market to go back up. It moves in waves. So, sine waves, that is. But we don't get too deep into that. Polkadot sitting at number 9. Polkadot is down 1.3% for today. They're also down 3.6% for the week. Terra Luna, another one that I just get and I just hold on to. I still have the Terra Luna I bought some time ago, but they are down 2.4% for the day, and they're down 9.2% for the week. Couple honorable mentionables. Top, I would say 11 to 20. I call those the mentionables because they dance around a whole lot. I mean, a whole lot. But I will tell you this: Crypto.com is up there. Cosmos is up there. Polygon is up there. Somehow, Dogecoin is just staying up there. I don't know how. It'll, the more people question Dogecoin, the worse it's gonna do. So,
I'm hating.
We'll see. Oh my gosh. Talk about a dry through. Oh man, Nathaniel the man done jumped out the closet over here. What's up, brother?
What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh man, not a whole lot. Just getting the old podcast in here. About to finish up. Just finished up with the top 10. You know how the last thing we like to do is we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin, right? Probably gonna put some fractals up there along with a couple of indicators to see if we can get a general perspective of the momentum, which way it could be heading. We'll see. How's your night going, Dan? I think his night is going silently.
My night's going well. How about you guys? Sorry, it's rainy here and trying to get nice and warm. Start dinner here soon.
Got you. Understood.
Connection's been a little.
There we go. Oh man, that's a nice little V shape right there. All right. Can I get a trading view, please? Like, I wish I had trading view music. Just, can I get a trading view? Okay, no, that's fucking terrible. Never mind. We don't need that at all.
Maybe you can edit that out.
Right.
It's like a drum roll, you know what I mean?
It felt like a drum roll, and I'm like, why would anybody want a drum
Yeah,
roll?
like a drum roll had a stutter.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, your drum roll got an impediment. Do something about that. All right. Let me see. So we got.
Yeah, connection's being a little slow here, so we're just trying to be patient.
Oh yeah, no sweat, man, no sweat. Luckily that's why it's recorded, because I like to do these live and then post them afterwards, because no stutters or drum rolls. All right, we're gonna put this on the day-to-day chart. All right, let me see what this looks like on. Okay, yep, y'all can see that there. So we can put this in the day chart. Before we do that, we're gonna have to roll a couple of indicators on here. Throw on a couple of my favorite ones. There we go. This one. And we're gonna throw on the MACD indicator. That's your moving average convergence, divergence. Alrighty. Let's see. We can get a general idea of what's going on here. So we're taking a look at the trading view here. And so right now we're about at 42.80. Yeah, 42.8. Hey, damn, I think we're almost at that point that I was talking about, man. Ah, man.
I hope so, man. I hope it's about done. I'm about tired of this mess.
Right. Like, I'm looking at it right now, right? And I would say that the true test zone, in my humble opinion, is going to be around closer to 42, 41. So there may be some more room to go here. We'll see. Hey, but after that, that's a major zone tested, in my opinion. You know, like once we bounce off of that, there's not a lot of volume here to stop it from pushing straight up through here. So I don't know if you're looking at my chart right now, but if you look at this green candle here, back on does this tell me the date? This would tell me the date somewhere. I gotta scroll down a little bit. So if you look right here back in October, right? What is that, the 30th? Nope. Sorry, 30th of September. Right around that area, we got down to 40,800 almost, right? After that, we bounced up, took off, boom, like a rocket. So if you look at the long green candle, right? Actually, all three of them, this one, and this one, right? And you line this long green candle up with green candles that happen around the same, basically around the same price. That area in between there represents just a low resistance area. You know what I mean? So when it hits those areas, statistically, just looking at the numbers, there's not a lot to stop it from pushing through. Make sense? So even looking over here where we took this major dip right here, right? This is one of the reasons why I was like, okay, this could be a bigger dip, due to the simple fact I'm looking at how these areas were just cleared through. You know what I'm saying? But they can build up a lot of energy in these zone testing areas. So, and that's
very interesting. I think, like I said, I believe Dan's still getting food ready, but I see. Again, keep in mind there is, of course, a delay on the live. So, whatever you're explaining, we do see a couple of minutes after you said it.
Got you. Understood. Yeah, luckily I'll post this live shortly after.
I do see that, and that's gonna look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be awesome to see that, like, if that bounces off of that, like, because you mentioned that a while back. I do remember that conversation. And if it does dip down that low and spring back, it'll be quite a spectacle for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if we're lucky enough to get one of those cases where, like right here, right? This blue line, all right, that's your MACD line, right? This orange line right here, that'll be your signal line, right? And these are just averages, right? That represent a bunch of different statistical data that we ain't got to get too deep into. But what we do know is that when our MACD line crosses over our signal line, it's normally part of a good actionable to look for an actionable signal for a good run. So like it crosses over right here, boom, great run, right? Look at all of this volume, all of these green lines at the bottom there, that's just volume. When it crosses over here at the top, MACD crosses over the other one, boom, falls, right? Here, here's a little cross that tries something down here, But you know, nobody wants to get caught in that. That's what we call a retracement. But boom, keeps falling. Hey, that's all we got time for on Rock Crypto Talks podcast. Join us next time.